Toyota has been forced to stop production once again because of another explosion at one of its car factories, making the Toyota RAV4. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Toyota for many years has been, well, claimed to have the perfect production system, the best method of manufacturing huge numbers, millions of cars every year. But recently they have been prone to some explosions at their factories. RAV4 and Harrier crossovers have, been impacted by an explosion at a parts maker in Japan, which killed a worker and basically put a stop to their production line. The March 6 blast at Chu Spring Company in Toyota City, which is actually primarily owned by Toyota, injured two other workers and occurred at the same factory, where a 2023 explosion forced Toyota to halt 13 lines at 8 plants. Now, the media is framing this as though Toyota don't own this company. They do. They're a subsidiary to Toyota. After assessing the latest incident, Toyota Motor Corporation said March 7 that it will suspend operations on 3 lines at 2 plants in Japan for the first shift on March 10th. The automaker will halt one of 2 lines as well at its Takaoka assembly plant, which makes the RAV4 and Harrier. It will also halt 2 lines at a Toyota Industries Corporation factory that assembles the RAV4. The stoppages could impact output of RAV4 crossovers headed to the United States. Last year, Toyota sold 475,000 RAV4s in the United States alone and imported 101,700 of them, or 21%. Toyota said it was too soon to know the impact on its exports to the US and other regions, and it says we'll assess its operations at some point soon. Due to an explosion incident affecting some equipment at our supplier's factory, which we own, isn't it weird that Toyota say this though? Due to an explosion incident affecting some equipment at our supplier's factory, trying to blame someone else, we plan to halt operations, a spokesman said in the statement. Regarding the impact on production numbers, we are considering recovery production, so we cannot provide a clear outlook, blah, 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 blah. Now, guys, as I've mentioned many times, I personally never plan on buying a Toyota. I don't support Toyota. And because they continue to spread false information about electric cars, continue to try to slow down not just the transition to electric cars, but they continue to try to slow down any governments worldwide. They're trying to put improved emissions regulations in place where cars have to improve their emission standards. Toyota lobbies against this. They do everything they can to prevent this from happening. It's exactly what they're doing right here in Australia right now. If you're buying a Toyota, you are supporting a company that is fighting against having clean air. That is simply a fact. Now, I'm doing a video. I did one recently talking about the millions of Americans who have died prematurely from coal dust. And that's not just America. That's actually, apparently it's happening all over the world. Places where you live near a coal power plant, your life expectancy reduces by at least 25 years on average. The same thing applies to breathing in toxic fumes from engines, from diesel engines, from internal combustion engines. And in my opinion, that's not something we want to support. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Very exclusive event here in Newcastle. Saturday, the 15th of March from 3 to 5 p.m. I'll be speaking here with just a couple of other speakers. Very small event. So you can meet me in person. You can actually have a look at my EV as well, the Xpeng G6. Test that out. I'll put a link in the description below to the event. I believe that the tickets will probably sell out very, very quickly. So if you're from Sydney, from Brisbane, from Newcastle, make sure you click on that link as quickly as possible to get in. I think there's only around 30 tickets left at this point in time. I'll put that link in the description and I'll see you there. You know, the media has been blaming either BYD or Tesla for this bloodbath in China, this race to the bottom. You know, manufacturers charging insanely low prices for electric cars. And you know the funny thing? The funny thing is this. The media have never once pointed out the fact that Toyota has undercut BYD and Tesla now for, I don't know, the last 2 years. Look at the price of Toyota's EVs in China. It's always cheaper than BYD. It's always cheaper than Tesla. It's always cheaper than Xpeng. They undercut basically every major Chinese electric car company, but their cars still don't really sell very well. This new EV is a perfect example of this bloodbath that, to be honest, Toyota themselves are creating this race to the bottom, this This situation where, well, consumers will benefit, but automakers, they're putting themselves in a very, very dangerous and very risky position by doing this. Toyota have revealed their next electric SUV. This could become a car they sell not just in China, but outside of China as well. Because remember, Toyota is not competitive when it comes to manufacturing EVs. They don't make a profit on them. The EVs they do make are subpar. And this EV is actually not bad. And the reason for that is probably because it's made by Toyota's joint venture partner, GAC. And it uses a combination of GAC and BYD technology. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. The Toyota BZ3X EV has been revealed with 620 kilometers of CLTC range, so about 520 kilometers of WLTP range. And it's very, very, very cheap. In fact, it starts at $13,800 US. This is not a small car. This is like the size of a Tesla Model Y, and it starts at $13,800 US. I don't know why Toyota are doing this. To me, it's maybe too cheap. I think it's kind of ruining the Toyota brand. It's like Toyota are saying, we're so desperate for sales, we're going to sell these to you way below our cost to manufacture them. There is no way you can manufacture a car this size and pay all your marketing costs and your dealership teams and everyone else, your engineers, and then charge $13,800. It just doesn't add up. Anyhow, pretty cool for customers though. Now, how big is it actually? Well, it's 4.6 meters long, 1,875 millimeters wide, and 1,645 millimeters tall. So it's a little bit shorter than a Tesla Model Y, but as you can see, it's more boxy. So that does mean it's actually a fairly large car. One highlight of the car is its Momenta 5.0 Advanced Driving Assistance System, or ADAS, powered by an NVIDIA Drive AGX Orin X chip. Now, apparently, according to Car News China, it has 27 sensors, including 11 high-definition cameras, a little bit like a Tesla Model Y now or an Xpeng G6, 12 ultrasonic radars as well, 3mm wave radars, and a LiDAR. Now, that's the most expensive version that gets all those extra features and everything else. But think about it. The most expensive version is still cheaper than the cheapest Tesla Model Y. It's $27,500 US for that version, which comes with basically, 27 sensors, 11 high definition cameras, 12 ultrasonic radars, 3mm wave radars, and LiDAR. Unbelievable. Now, how well does their full self-driving system actually work? No idea. I wouldn't assume that well, but you never know. Maybe it's good. The ADAS, Toyota says, does not rely on a map and supports 25 capabilities, including a pre-collision system, blind spot monitoring, remote parking, an emergency driving stop system, traffic light assist, lane departure assist, and lane change assist.